Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It's Wednesday. It's time for a couple more speed duel profiles with the 3 times structure builds. Again, we're still in Battle City. Today is the last day for Battle City. So today we're going to cover Ishizu and Esperoba. We're going to start with Ishizu. And before I do that, I would like to thank Zaymon for this request. This has been a lot of fun. Me and Celestial have enjoyed doing all the playtesting. Enjoying the building process. This has been a really good palette cleanser, and of course I've got an actual challenge to build an updated Hungry Hamburger deck for the advanced format. So I'm sure I'm gonna get that out next week. I think it's another day or so before my cards come in to finish that out, and then I hope that you guys want to see a barbecue build because that's what's gonna happen. But for now, let's do the Ishizu build. What we're going to be using is the only skill card that I think she was given during Battle City. It's also the one I like to play, Rise of the Fallen. So with this skill, we activate this during the main phase. Special summon 1 level 4 lower fairy from our graveyard. Play that card in defense mode. Gain life points equal to its original attack. And this may only be used once per duel. So it allows us to play fairies, which I think kind of get a bad rap. I think they're an excellent archetype producing typing because agents, counter fairies, not really an archetype per se, but it was also very fun. And I feel like they just don't get as much renown. I do think counter fairies what takes over, and everybody's like, well, you've got that. There's no need for it. So it is what it is. I like it. I hope that you guys like it. Let's see what we're going to do. First things first, we need a boss monster, which is something the last couple of decks seem to have lacked, and today's decks will have in spades. So today we're going to be using the Air Knight Parshath. Air Knight, for those of you who play GOAT format, were around during, I want to say this was Ancient Sanctuary when he debuts. Or again, just in Speed Duel. This card is excellent. It is a single tribute. It's a little weaker, 1900 points. But again, when he debuted in the advanced format, Scapegoat format was still a thing. And it was so good to just punch goats over. The effect is we do have piercing damage. And if this card inflicts battle damage to the opponent, we also get to draw a card. So again, draw engine, good card, and piercing. These are very good things in Speed Duel. Because again, drawing cards can be harder for us. Next up, we do want to have something a little more defensive. Because we do need to be able to get to our Parshath. So let's call on Kelbeck. Now, Kelbeck is almost a callback to yesterday's deck. Where I was talking about the Wall of Illusion. So, realistically, this is Wall of Illusion, but better. It is the same effect. Same effect. But instead of 1800 defense, it's 18. Instead of the 1850, sorry. 1500 attack instead of 1000. Which again means that if we play this back with the Rise of the Fallen, we get almost half of Speed Duel starting hit points back in that single motion. And it's in defense where it should be. So again, totally fantastic. Love it. Play it. Next up, one of my favorite life gainers of all time, Zolga. Zolga is a monster that when it is tributed, for a tribute summon, we get to gain 2,000 life points. So what we really get to do is if we use Rise of the Fallen, play back Zolga, play back a defense, get 17, tribute it for the Air Knight Parshath, get the extra 2k, we get to almost go up to standard advanced format hit points. We will be able to get up to, saying that you didn't get hurt, 7,700 hit points in this one move. And you have Parshath on the field afterward. That said, it's also a 1,700 point card, obviously, which makes it pretty darn cool. Now, something that helps correct this is we do get the Cestus of Dagla, or Dagla. I've heard it pronounced both. I think it's Dagla. Not sure. This is equipment that only works for the fairy typing. It allows them to gain 500 points of attack So real quick, 24 to Monarch, 2022. So again, we're looking pretty good. The glow up is real. Additionally, if we inflict battle damage to the opponent while the monster is equipped with this, we get to gain life points equal to the damage inflicted. So again, if Aaronard Parshath has this and attacks something like a Scapegoat, which is not going to happen here, Stray Lambs is the closest you'll get. Instead of just doing 2400 piercing, we also gain 2400, which means if you did the Zolga Rise of the Fallen play first, then equipped with Cestus of Dagla went after that small card, you could get past 10,000 hit points in speed duels. Now, I hate to keep getting excited for that, but to me that's just cool because it shouldn't happen. Should not happen. Which means you could have a bad turn or two and still be able to have time to turn it around. So again, fantastic. Additionally, this structure deck came with some of my favorite cards. So I want to get rid of the last card before we get to those. 2 copies Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. Why do we play this? Well, guys, I like to swarm my opponents. This will allow us to once per turn special summon a fairy monster from our hand, but we have to control no monsters to activate and resolve. So what does that mean? It means I start the game, it's my turn, I drew, my opponent's got that 1 face down defense, I activate Valhalla, I can special summon Parshath without a tribute, normal summon Zolga in attack mode, Cestus of Daglo to my Parshath, Parshath Punch, Pierce, gain me hit points, draw a card while Zolga can get in for the follow-up attack. Typically, that's going to be half of the opponent's hit points. We may or may not have some additional cards to deal with. Again, no main phase 2 because it is speed duel, so do be aware of that. But again, this is just a great way to start, set up, follow through. Now let me talk about the last 6. The last 6, you guys have seen me talk about these countless times, and it is insane to me that this deck not only got it away to between the Zolga Rise to play the Parshath there, but also to use Valhalla and Cestus of Dagla to get it faster and more powerful. These cards supporting it actually make this to be one of my favorite decks from the 3 times Battle City series. And those cards are 2 copies of Cosmic Cyclone, pay 1,000, banish a spell trap, quick play, can't go wrong. 2 copies Cross Out, because remember, we just got to do the damage. We don't have to do the damage while piercing a monster. So, if we want to, we can go ahead and Cross Out if our opponent's playing something that's got some flip-flop to it, or a disruptive flip effect. Excuse me. Then Cross Out is the key. This will allow us to target a face-down defense card, destroy it, banish it, then if it was a flip effect, all players banish and reveal any copies they had in their decks, revealing their decks to show that there was no cheating. Which is great. And the only trap I'm running in here, 2 copies of Lost Wind. I cannot tell you guys how much I love this trap. Let's get it to where the glare isn't as real. No? There we go. You guys can read the left one. So again, target a face-up special summon card on the field. Negate the effects. Also, the original attack becomes half. If a monster is special summoned from the opponent's extra deck, while this is in the graveyard, except during the damage step, then you can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Now again, since we're talking about structure decks, there are a lot of structure decks where this doesn't apply. So again, 2. But there's a lot that, since GX has come out, where this applies a ton. So again, 2, yeah. Because then 2 is like playing 4. It is simple math and economics here. This deck is fun. This was one of our favorites during the playtesting. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Zaymont, I hope that this is another absolute banger. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Adam, Mokuba, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Especially since you guys love Speed Duel. this week should be like fantastic for you guys. Everybody, thanks for watching. Do all the things. If you guys want to support the channel, likes, comments, easiest, quickest things to do. Subscribe if you haven't. If you like and you've enjoyed the content so far, there's plenty more to come. Notification bell's a thing. You guys could always do that. Keep up to date when we upload. Let your friends know about the channel. Don't be stingy. Don't hog me all to yourself. Share it with your friends. But even if you guys don't want to do any of those, do me one favor. Just a one. Try to go out today. Make this a good day. The week's half over. You're almost at the weekend again. So there's that. Plus, I got another deck coming out in another couple of hours for you. So that's something to look forward to. And just try to have a great day, my friends. I know I'm going to try. I hope to see you guys again later. Peace.